Uh-oh. Hang on a second. I gotta check my phone. Someone just texted me. Let me check. Me either. Oh, sorry. Wait. I gotta send. Okay, we can talk now. How many times have you ever been somewhere, in a meeting, in school, at the bus stop, talking to the friendly stranger, and you say hello and they're on their phone? Happens to me every day while I'm waiting for the Ball State shuttle bus. How many times has that happened to us? We're trying to talk to somebody, or we're having a conversation, or we're out to eat with our best friend Joe, and all of a sudden, their phone buzzes, and they gotta answer it. How annoying is that? I think today our society, we want to know what's going on now. We want to know what's going on instantly. We pull up Twitter, we pull up the news, we pull up whatever other app we have on our phone that tells us what's going on. As where before, did you hear about this whatever current event it was? And oh no, I didn't read the paper this morning. Susie was reading it. That doesn't happen today because we have the paper right here on our phone. It's always with us. It's always constant. There's no escape. There's no living just me. It's like Anthony and his phone, not just Anthony. But in all seriousness, I enjoy social media. I do think that social media smartphones have changed the way we do things, and we're going to talk about them. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, boom! What I decided to do is put a camera outside of my second-story dorm room window and record people as they walked and to see what their interactions were. There I am. Now what did we find? Here's the first one. Here's a girl walking by, strolling along, looking straight ahead, and then boom, here's a girl with her phone. Completely ignored her. And then look, here's a nice gentleman. Boom! Walked right by him. She could have said hello. But that's not all I found. We found a guy with headphones. And here's someone on their phone. And again. Here we go. We got someone on their phone. And then, boom, she had no idea she just walked by a person. Alright, this one gets me. We got someone on their phone. And then right behind her follows a guy, also on his phone. They could have walked together. But they had to check Twitter. Here's another. And another. As you can see, it's raining now, and we're still checking our phone in the rain. Here is a really good way to not talk to people. My research concluded that lots of people look down at their phones and don't talk to people, and even ignore people when they're walking on college campuses. I think the reasons that we do use and are dependent on our phones so much is that we always want to know what's going on. We're a generation that embraces technology. We are the generation that has advanced it. We've created it. We've implemented it into every living daily task, whether it's our electronic programmable coffee maker or our cars or our smartphones. Technology is everywhere around us, and we embrace it, but we also incorporate it too much into our lives. I think technology as a whole helps our world grow. I think society adapting and embracing technology advances our world more, but there are also ways that technology holds us back. I think social media especially has changed the way that our world functions because not only is technology changing the way that we function on a day-to-day basis, but social media is a part of technology, and that changes how we live on a day-to-day basis. Social media is public for basically everyone to see. We no longer have, a carbon footprint. We have a digital footprint too. Every single thing we tweet is stored in the Library of Congress. Every Facebook status, it's stored somewhere. Everything that you search online, it's tracked. Everything that you send to someone is stored somewhere, whether the government will admit it or not. Nothing can ever be erased once it's put onto technology. I think especially with social media, our generation directly correlates because that's something that came out when we were growing up and we grew up with it. Especially Twitter. Society today, we view Twitter as, let's tweet everything that's on our mind and let everyone know what we're thinking. There's no such thing as having a private life, having private thoughts. We want to share our thoughts with everybody, let everyone know what we're doing every second of the day. That can be good to share information, but it can be bad because everyone knows what you're doing. I think also the way that our generation is moving is how can we get attention? I think whether there's a YouTube phenomenon or doing something stupid and taking a video and getting 1,000,000 hits, our generation especially is like, how can we get the most attention? What can we post on Instagram that's going to be the most hashtag artsy and get the most likes? What can we tweet that's funny and stupid about ourselves that's going to get the most favorites and retweets? What can we post on Facebook that's going to get the most likes? How can we be the funniest person out there? Our society is focused on attention. We want attention, and we want people to know what we're doing. I think we should continue our upward trend of use of social media and embracement of technology because I think it does make our world a better place. We can now communicate with people halfway around the globe. We can relay information to people halfway around the globe. We can express ourselves in new ways. We can show who we truly are via our Instagram or our Twitter. No one has to meet us to know who we are. And in a way that's good, in a way that's bad, but it fosters all new sorts of thoughts and ideas, and it creates a new industry. There's so many jobs now, especially around technology and around social media. You know, you can get a job doing social media. Social media can be a job. Social media can be a major at a college or university. I think technology is becoming the world that we live in today, and I think we should continue to embrace it. And I think that while it does have drawbacks, I think it is mostly for the good. Well, I do think that we should continue to embrace technology and use social media in our lives because it does make the world a different place. I think that there is a line that should be set on, on social courtesies. 80 years ago, it was proper to learn manners. You would go to etiquette class, and, if you touched a piece of food on the table before they said grace, it was like, oh my gosh, like, what's going to happen? You're going to jail. And now, I think Generation Y, our generation especially, we do. We create new trends, we set different bars, and we set different standards, but I think that our standards are a little too strange. I think that at some point we've got to say, okay, let's just tone it back a little bit and continue to, be courteous to people, be nice and friendly, and have a little bit of respect. I think we've lost that lack of respect because I think we've enabled or allowed ourselves, whether it be through the use of technology and social media or not, to just kind of say whatever we want and do whatever we want without any consequence or any bearing. But as for I hope that we do draw that back, and I hope that there doesn't come a point where, the President of the United States is meeting with somebody and he pulls out his phone to check Twitter and that's socially acceptable. I hope it doesn't get to that point, and I hope it doesn't get to the point where it's socially acceptable for no one to talk to anybody on the sidewalks, where if someone says hello to you and they don't even know you, or, someone wants to compliment you and say, hey, I like your shirt, or hey, I like your hair, or hey, whatever, you're a nice looking person, hey, what have you. I hope it doesn't get to the point where we're so consumed with our phones that we disregard that we are still human beings and we do still have feelings, and that we can interact with people in public. I hope that doesn't go away.